Hey, welcome guys. Welcome to the second interview today with Chad, who has a very interesting story to share with us because he actually met a great white shark, let's say, in his boat. and yeah, so this is Chad. He is a fisherman, he is a skipper, he loves to work around the world and be in the ocean as much as he can. And an interesting fact about him is also that he could have had a life which some of us desire or adore, and he decided to really take a loop and just be much more in real life connection, easy terms. And he makes those experiences, I guess, we all want to do. And now we're having breakfast together. And yeah, just would like to say hello, Chad. Thank you for being here. And share your stories. I'm so keen to hear what you experience with the sharks out there.
Hey guys, good morning. Tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up on the Cape Flats during the apartheid era. Uh, I went to sea when I was 18 years old. I finished high school when I was 17, and I worked at sea for a year or two before qualifying as an engineer. When I was an engineer with I&J, I was sailing as third engineer. We've been at sea for 35 days. This was my first exciting incident at sea. Being at sea for 35 days, we're coming back into CapeTown Harbour, and we ran aground. I'm not sure what happened. There was a current that pushed us across onto the rocks, or negligence, but we ran onto a rock, and eventually the boat sank with all 35 crew managing to get off safely.
There you go, guys. And this is not a shark fin, this is the actual boat at this time.
Busy going out down. The boat's name was the Afrikaner, and it was my first ship that I sailed on as engineer. Managed to sink.
Oh no.
So, but anyway, everybody got off safely. At the time, for me, it wasn't life-threatening. I didn't think it was life-threatening, although it was at the time. To me, it was more exciting. It was an exciting story to tell my friends when I got home. When we got back to the pub over a few beers. The only people that I saw that were really worried were the men with families with children, wives waiting for them at home. Other than that, it was just another story. Mm.
Yeah, what could happen and end in different terms. Yeah, but I like how easily you take life, as its own, and you just go with what is, and yeah, your security in it's right what you do. I like that. And now we would love to share the shark story.
The shark story. Everybody loves a good shark story. Uh, this is not a shark attack story. This is a shark mistaken attack story. I went to see with five guys. It was one guy's birthday. They chartered the boat, and I took him out to Seal Island, which is in the middle of False Bay, known for great whites. One of the few places in the world where great whites actually breach. Around about June, July is when they're most active there. And I think it was around about that time when we were there fishing.
Ding. Aha, what comes now?
We were fishing at the island, and one of the guys, the birthday boy, caught a fish. Well, he caught a shark, small shark, about 1.5 meters, smooth iron shark. And as he was bringing the shark back into the boat, there was a great white following that shark, trying to catch it because obviously they predate and they feed on smaller sharks. And as he lifted the shark into the boat, the great white came out of the water at speed and grabbed the boat instead of the shark. Once he put the boat, it's just under a ton of weight hanging on the one side of the boat. So the boat was hanging over to the one side quite a bit. We all jumped to the other side. And
Let's just have a look on the boat. The newspaper says this is how it looked like.
yeah. The newspaper said fishing boat attacked by great white. We weren't attacked. It was a mistaken identity.
But even your brother or your friend in Australia called you and said, oh my god, the newspaper is telling that.
Yes. My uncle called me from Australia to say that the story made it all the way to Australia. Well, I suppose it went around the world. and said that a shark attacked a fishing boat in Cape Town, South Africa. No, that's not the truth.
And that's exactly why I love to have you in the interview, because I'm so interested in hearing your opinion. Is this an attack, or how do sharks actually, why do they do that? Because it's not that sharks like to eat human.
No. We were fishing in the area. There was a lot of boats fishing in the area. So obviously, with all the bait in the area, all the activity, fish being caught, it attracted a lot of sharks. I saw the shark around the boat before that. He came around the boat, made about 2 turns, and then left. And then half an hour later, he came back, and that's when he accidentally bit the boat. But once he bit the boat, we headed back to shore, and everyone was fine, there was no problem. We got back to shore, the press were there to take photos.
So this is how happy he was actually with that new adventure. And yeah.
Yeah, the shark bit into the word adventure. I think he meant to send us a message that day. But the 5 guys were fine, and we brought back home. The birthday boy, obviously they had a lot of alcohol on board, so on the way home we had a big party, and the guys were drinking a lot and laughing. Suppose they were happy to be alive.
One even nearly peed himself.
Yeah, one guy unfortunately couldn't sit down because he made a mistake in his pants. And when the shark bit.
That's how scary it can be, eh? Imagine that.
Yeah.
And maybe just show us the teeth.
Oh yeah. Well, this is a small shark. This is a small mako shark.
Relaxed one.
It's not big, but obviously big enough to take your leg.
And that's exactly why we are talking. So let's just talk about this fact that we see all those faces and sharks and open mouths all the time in the media, and then we even read about shark attack to our surfer. But I think we should really clean up here and say this is not an attack in the way that the shark really wants to go for the human. It's just it's feeding behavior where sharks try to have a bite in order to taste if they like it or not. And in this term, he was under adrenaline of going after the fish and just getting stuck in the boat at the meantime. And then it comes out as we see it in those newspapers. And I think we should be very conscious about how we communicate and how we take our view and angle about life. And that's why I find it fantastic that you made this experience and you shared that experience today with us. And also, I think he's a good example for us to learn new things, because it's important to really decide for yourself which kind of life you want to live and which experiences you make. And then I'd say the real stuff really reveals itself. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Chad. What else would you like to add? Something, maybe your call to us in life, some advices, some message from the ocean?
Yeah, I'd just like to say that the ocean has a lot of healing properties. A lot of people are attracted to the ocean. People have gone through trauma, people have gone through issues that they're trying to deal with. The sea is a good place to resolve all of those. When I go into the sea for spearfishing, 3 hours, 2 hours in the water, I'm totally in the moment. My head is submersed. I don't hear the outside. It's just total quiet, and I'm focusing on what I do. Sometimes I go a few dives without shooting one fish. But it's a hobby that we can all enjoy. It's a hobby that we should all take advantage of, and take advantage of the healing benefits of the ocean and respect the animals in the ocean.
Yeah.
All right.
And live the tribe you want to belong to. Thanks, Chad.
Exactly.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for listening. And if you want to hear more about the ocean and connecting to the ocean, check also the video of Carissa, the dolphin communicator. And have a lovely day. See you at the next one. Bye.